ኦኬ ተማሪዎች እንኳን ወደ አሊይ ሳይንስ ዩቲዩብ ቻናል በሰላም መጣችሁ። ዛሬም የ2018 እንደ ኢትዮጵያን ካላንደር ወይ ደግሞ የ2026 እንደ ግሪጎሪያን ካላንደር ባዮሎጂ ኢንትራንስ ኤግዛም ሰከንድ ራውንድ ላይ ሲሰጥ የነበረው ኢትዮጵያን ዩኒቨርሲቲ ኢንትራንስ ኤግዛም ከተሰጡ 100 ጥያቄዎች ከ41 እስከ 60 ያሉትን ከነመልሳቸውና ከነማብራሪያ ጭምር ቲዩቶሪያል ፓርት 3 በአማርኛ ይዤ ቀርባለሁ። So our tutorial is on 2018 biology entrance exam that given for second round for Ethiopian University entrance exam student from 100 multiple choice question 41 up to 60 with answer and also with explanation tutorial part 3 in Amharic. So don't forget ይሄንን ቪዲዮ የሚታዩበት ጊዜ ይሄንን ቪዲዮ ላይክ ማድረግ እንደዛውም አሊይ ሳይንስ ዩቲዩብ ቻናል ሰብስክራይብ በማድረግ አሊይ ሳይንስ ዩቲዩብ ቻናል ቤተሰብ መሆኑን እንዳትረሱ። ምክንያቱም ይሄንን ቪዲዮ ላይክ አደረጋችሁና እንደዛውም አሊይ ሳይንስ ዩቲዩብ ቻናል ሰብስክራይብ በማድረግ አሊይ ሳይንስ ዩቲዩብ ቻናል ቤተሰብ ከሆናችሁ እኔ የሚለቁትን ቪዲዮ ቶሎ እናንተ ጋር ስለሚደርስ ስለዚህ ይሄንን ቪዲዮ ላይክ ማድረግና አሊይ ሳይንስ ዩቲዩብ ቻናል ሰብስክራይብ በማድረግ አሊይ ሳይንስ ዩቲዩብ ቻናል ቤተሰብ መሆኑን እንዳትረሱ። So let us start our tutorial on 2018 or 2026 as Gregorian calendar biology entrance exams that given for second round Ethiopian University entrance exam question 41 up to 60 with answer and also with explanation tutorial part 3 in Amharic. So let us start. Question number 41. This item is based on the following table that show the types of contraceptive and their actions. Identify the alternative that contains the number that corresponds with the correct contraceptive type and mechanism of action. አርባኛው ጥያቄ ከሚከተለው ቴብል ውስጥ የእርግዝና መከላከያ ዘዴዎች አይነቶችና አክሽናቸውን የያዘ ነው። ስለዚህ ከሚከተለው ቴብል ውስጥ ከተሰጡ ቁጥሮች 1 እስከ 4 ካሉት የመከላከያ ዘዴ አይነቶች እና mechanism of action በትክክል የተጻፈው የትኛው ነው ላል A 3 and 4 B 1 and 2 C 1 and 4 D 2 and 3. So the answer should be C 1 and 4. Intrauterine device prevent implantation through stimulation of inflammatory response. It is correct. When you look option 2, number 2, oral contraceptive prevent sperm cells from entering into the vagina. It is incorrect because it prevent ovulation. Number 3, diaphragm chemically kill sperm cells and prevent sterilization. It is incorrect because diaphragm mechanically prevent sperm entering the cervix. It is so number 3 is incorrect. Number 4, Depo-Provera inhibit release of egg into oviduct. This is correct. So and na arat ትክክል ናቸው ማለት ነው። So intrauterine device prevent implantation via inflammations. Number 4, Depo-Provera inhibits ovulation. When you look incorrect choice, option A, number 3, diaphragm does not chemically kill sperm. It is mechanically, not chemically. Number 2, oral contraceptive does not block sperm entry, so it stop or it prevent ovulation, not kill block the sperm. Option D, it contains number 2 and 3, which are both are incorrect, so the answer should be C. So when you look on biology grade 11, oral contraceptive inhibit ovulation, Depo-Provera inhibit ovulation also, and also when you look intrauterine device, it stimulates inflammatory response and prevent implantation, which is the correct one. And also when you look at the diaphragm, it is a contraceptive method that mechanically blocks the entrance of sperm into the cervix, so it is not chemically kill sperm cells. So the correct one is Depo-Provera intrauterine device, so the answer should be C. Question number 42, which alternative contains the product of light dependent reaction? ከሚከተሉት ምርጫ ውስጥ የላይት ዲፔንዳንት ሪአክሽን ፕሮዳክት ወይ ውጤቶች የያዘው የትኛው ምርጫ ነው ላል A ATP and NADPH B. Carbon dioxide and NADP plus. C. NADP plus and phosphoglycerate. D. ATP and ribose biphosphate. So the answer should be A. ATP and NADPH. Means that light reaction produce ATP and NADPH used in Calvin cycle. And also looking correct choice option B. Carbon dioxide is used in light independent reaction. Option C. NADP plus is reactant, not product. Option D. Ribose biphosphate is part of Calvin cycle. So the answer should be A. So about this, we can look on biology grade 12 under unit 3, the light independent reaction and light independent reaction is serious reactions which occurs in stroma of chloroplast when the product of light reaction ATP and NADPH are used to make carbohydrate from carbon dioxide. Initially glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate is formed. So the answer should be A. The light reaction product are ATP and NADPH. And also read about cellular respiration, which is process by which cell produce energy from glucose in the form of energy storing compound called ATP. And also read about this. So the answer should be A. Question number 43. An enzyme loses its intra and intermolecular non-covalent bonds when added in high salt concentrations. Why does this physical phenomena make an enzyme inactive? Because the process. Enzyme non-covalent bond high salt concentration ውስጥ ሲጨመር enzyme intramolecular non-covalent bond enzyme ያጣል። ይሄ ፊዚካል ፌኖሜና enzyme intramolecular covalent bond የሚያጣበትና inactive የሚሆንበት ምክንያቱ ምንድነው ይላል። A. Because the process increase the molecular weight of enzyme that affect its specificity. B. Because the process affect solubility of enzyme so that the enzyme become less soluble. C. Because the process shifts the molecular bond from non-covalent to ionic that reduce enzyme activity. D. Because the process distorts the shape and active site of enzyme due to denaturation. So the answer should be D. Because the process distorts the shape and active site due to denaturation. Means that salt disrupts non-covalent bond and enzyme loses its shape and become inactive. And also looking correct choice option A. Molecular weight does not increase. Option B. Solubility change is not the main cause. Option D. Bonds do not shift to ionic. So the answer should be D. So about this we can look on biology grade 11 under general property of enzyme. The physical property of that should be include denaturation, solubility, colloid, biocatalyst, precipitation, molecular weight, and enzyme activity. So denaturation is the process of breaking the inter and intermolecular covalent bond that distort and shape and active site of enzyme. Enzymes are denatured by what? High heat, alteration of pH, heavy metals, high salt concentrations, solvent, and other reagent. So the answer should be D. Question number 44. During malt preparation, a human immersed the seed in water and placed it in well-ventilated area with optimum temperature condition. The seed started to sprout after certain days, depending on the environmental conditions. If you consider this process as seed germination experiment, then what is the role of water? It is አንድ እናት ብቅል ለማብቀል መጀመሪያው እህሉን የእህል ፍሬውን እህሎቹን ትወስድና ከውሃ ጋራ ነው የምታዋህደው። ከዛ ከውሃ ጋራ ካዋሃደች በኋላ ኢንቨስት ካደረገች በኋላ ኦፕቲመም ቴምፕሬቸር ያለው ኮንዲሽን ላይ ዌል ቬንቲሌተር የሆነ ኤሪያ ላይ ታስቀምጣለች። ከዛ በኋላ ከተወሰኑ ቀናት በኋላ እህሎች ይበቅላሉ። ከበቀሉ environmental condition ላይ ዲፔንድ ሆኖ ከተወሰኑ ቀናት በኋላ ይበቅላሉ። if you consider the process እንደ seed germination experiment ስናይ እዚህ ውስጥ የውሃ ሚናው ምንድነው ይላል። A. It reduces temperature to maintain in optimum level. B. It hydrates the seed coat to increase its permeability to oxygen. C. Facilitate carbon dioxide absorption through moisturized seed coat. D. Moisturize the content to increase mineral uptake. So the answer should be B. It hydrates the seed coat to increase its permeability to oxygen. Means that water softens seed coat and oxygen then enter, then germination begins. And also looking correct choice, option A, water does not regulate temperature. Option C, carbon dioxide absorption is not the trigger. Option D, moisture does not increase mineral uptake at this stage. So the answer should be B. So we can look on biology, grade 10, about germination. Germination, there are three essential for seed germination. These are water, which is important for germinating seed because it hydration of the seed coat increase its permeability to oxygen. So water is essential for enzymatic hydrolysis of organic compound, and it acts as agent of transport in translocation soluble substance. And also read about importance of oxygen and the temperature. So the answer should be B. Question number 45. Which of the following correct regarding importance of sucrose? It is A. ከሚከተሉት ውስጥ የሱክሮስ importance የሆኑ የትኛው ነው ላል? It is A. Milk sugar used as a source of energy for lactating calf. B. Sweet sugar used in during intravenous infusions for patient. D. Malt sugar used for ethanol production. D. Transport sugar in plant during translocation. So the answer should be D. Sucrose is transport sugar in plant during translocation. Means that sucrose is the main transport sugar in phylum. And also looking correct choice, option A, milk sugar is lactose. Option B, sugar that given to patient is glucose. Option D, malt sugar is maltose. So the answer should be D. So read about the role of monosaccharide in living organisms, and also look at the disaccharide sugars that sucrose is composed of glucose and fructose. So sucrose is a transport sugar in plant, and the sugar that is commonly purchased in store. So the answer should be D. Question number 46. This item is based on the following table that show view about origin of life. Which student from the table have correct view about the origin of life? 46ኛ ጥያቄ ከታች ተሰጠው ቴብል ላይ ስለ origin of life ላይ የሚያተኩር ሲሆን ከተታች 1 እስከ 4 ከተሰጡ ተማሪዎች ውስጥ ቴብል ውስጥ ከተዘረዘሩ ተማሪዎች 1 እስከ 4 ከተሰጡ ውስጥ ስለ origin of life ስለ abogenesis እና eternity of life ትክክለኛ ያወሩት የትኛው ተማሪዎች ናቸው ላል? A 1 and 4, B 1 and 2, C 1 and 3, D 3 and 4. So the answer should be A 1 and 4. Means that student 1 and 4 are only ones who correctly define both concepts. ስለዚህ ሁለቱን ኮንሰፕት በትክክል የገለጹት student 1 እና 4 ነው ማለት ነው። ለምሳሌ ስናይ student 1 life evolved from non-living matter, it is correct for abogenesis. Life is inherent property of universe, so it is correct for eternity life. Life originates from pre-existing one, so this is not it is explained biogenesis, not abogenesis. Life on the earth were created by divine force, this is creationist theory, so not eternity life. And also look at number 3, life originates from bacteria over course of time. This is theory about Big Bang theory, not abogenesis. There is no beginning or an end life on the earth. So both are not written by one student correctly. So the answer should be A. So abogenesis, life arises spontaneously from non-living matter, and eternity life, the concept that life has no beginning and end. So the answer should be A. The other option B, C, D are not correct answer. About this, we can look this student, each student, student 1, abogenesis life evolved from non-living matter. So it is correct definition. For eternity life, life is inherent property of universe, so it is correct definition. And also like student 2 and 3 are incorrect. Why they are wrong? So I have been right about it. So read the student 4 is correct. So the answer should be A. So theory of life ስናይ ቢግ ባንግ ቲዮሪ አለ። እሱ ደግሞ including human arose over time from simple bacteria like teeny cells by process of self-organization similar to evolution of the universe የሚል ነው ማለት ነው። ሌሎች አሉ ስፔሻል ክሬሽን ቲዮሪ ስፖንታኒየስ ጀነሬሽን ላይ ሊቪንግ ማተር የሚለው ነው ህይወት የመጣው። ኢተርኒቲ ላይፍ ቢግኒንግ እና ኤንድ የለም የሚል ነው። ኮዝሞዚያን ቲዮሪ ላይፍ የመጣው ከስፔስ የሚል ከፍሮም ዘ ዩኒቨርስ የሚል ነው። ሚሮቲስ ኤንድ ኮሜት የሚል ነው። biological origin of theory ህይወት የመጣች ከሪዛልት ኦፍ ባዮኬሚካል ሪአክሽን የሚል ነበረ። so the answer should be A. Question number 47. A student draw a dot on a piece of paper and look at it for a while. After some time, she started moving her eye slightly away from the dot and suddenly the dot disappeared from her sight. What should be conclusion of this experiment? This happened because አንድ ተማሪ የሆነ ዶት ወረቀት ላይ ከጻፈ በኋላ እያየ በነበረበት ትንሽ ከቆየ በኋላ እያየ በነበረበት ማለት ነው። sometimes ትንሽ አይኗን ሙቭ ስታደርግ slightly ያቺ ዶት suddenly disappeared እያየች የሚጠፋበት ከሆነ ከዚህ conclusion experiment conclusion ምን ሊሆን ይችላል ይላል። this happened because ይሄ የሚፈጠረው ምክንያቱ A the iris muscle relaxed due to reduced induced light incident light, B of changes in shape of fovea centralis, C the image reaches the blind spot, D of the change in the shape of the lens. So the answer should be C because this happens image reached the blind spot. Means that the blind spot lacks photoreceptors, so image disappear. ይሄ ምክንያቱ blind spot ላይ photoreceptors ስለሌሉ ኢሜጁ disappear ይሆናል ማለት ነው። And also looking correct choice option A iris relaxation is related, option B fovea shape does not change, option D lens shape changes does not cause disappearance. So the answer should be C. So we can look on biology grade 12 at the point where the optic nerve leaves the eye there is no retina but there is a blind spot. So the answer should be C. Question number 48. Which one of the following explanations correct about gene flow? ከሚከተሉት ውስጥ ስለ gene flow ትክክለኛ የሆነው አረፍተ ነገር የትኛው ነው ላል? A immigration changes allele frequency by bringing new organisms to a population. B immigration affects the allele frequency of population into which the individuals move. C immigration has zero effect on overall balance of gene pool of a population. D immigration happens due to separation of a small group to form a new colony. So the answer should be B immigration affect the allele frequency of population into which the individual move. Means that immigration affect the allele frequency of population into which individuals moves, means that immigration is when new organisms join population and changing allele frequency. So immigration introduce new alleles and change gene pool. And also looking correct choice option A immigrations reduce allele frequency, not add. Option C immigrations doesn't affect gene pool. Option D separation of groups founder effect, not immigration. So the answer should be B. So when you look on about gene flow also called migrations is any movement of individuals and genetic material carry from one population to another. So gene flow include a lot of different kinds of event such as pollen being blown to a new destination or people moving to new site or country. So gene flow can be very important source of genetic variation. So when we look about immigration, when one population moves to another population, immigration is when new organisms joining population and changing allele frequency. So the answer should be B. Question number 49. In a lake, a fish consumes an zooplankton that consumes a phytoplankton. This type of feeding relationship represents pyramid of ሌክ ውስጥ አሳዎች ዙፕላንክተን ይመገባሉ። ዙፕላንክተን ደግሞ ፋይቶፕላንክተን ይመገባሉ። ይሄ ፊዲንግ ሪሌሽንሺፕ ሪፕሬዘንት የሚያደርገው የትኛው ፒራሚድ ነው ይላል። ኤ biomass, since both consumers are significantly heavier than their food. B biomass, since relationship is upright with long bar at base. C number due to higher abundance of consumers than producers. D energy due to flow of energy from fish to phytoplankton. So the answer should be B. The type of feeding relationship represents pyramid of biomass, since the relationship is upright with long bar at base. Means that producers or phytoplankton have highest biomass, so it is upright pyramid. And also looking correct choice, option A, consumers are not heavier than producers. Option C, number pyramid is not correct here. Option D, energy flow producers to consumers, not reverse. So the answer should be B. So we can look on biology. Grade 9 about opposite of the pyramid of energy, pyramid of biomass, and the number can be upright with long bar at the base and short bar at the apex. So it or inverted depend on the ecosystem, and particularly so the biomass, it is since it is relationship is broad base, so it is known as pyramid of biomass. But if it is inverted, it is in aquatic food chain, it can be inverted. So the answer should be B. Question number 50. Which one of the following explanation about metabolism is correct? It ከሚከተሉት አረፍተ ነገሮች ውስጥ ወይ ገለጻ ውስጥ ስለ ሜታቦሊዝም ትክክለኛ የሆነው የትኛው ነው ይላል። A it is process that combines how cells obtain energy from organic molecules and synthesize the larger molecules. B it involves the process of obtaining digested food from surrounding. C it is a mechanism by which organisms release energy enzymes into the extracellular environment to hydrolyze molecules. D it involves the mechanism by which cells move away from the stimulus. So the answer should be A. It is a process that combines how cells obtain energy from organic molecules and synthesize larger molecules. Means that metabolism is the sum of chemical that take place within each cell of an organism. So metabolism include catabolism and anabolism. So the chemical reaction enables cell to produce energy for vital process and also synthesize new organic materials. And also looking correct choice, option B, digested food uptake is absorption. Option C, enzyme release is extracellular digestion. Option D, movement away from stimulus is taxes. So the answer should be A. So we can look about metabolism on biology, grade 12. Metabolism is the sum of chemical reactions that take place within each cell of an organism. So chemical reactions that enable cells to produce energy for vital process and also synthesize new organic molecules. So broadly, this reaction divided into catabolism, which converts nutrient into energy, and anabolism that lead to synthesis of larger biomolecules. So the answer should be A. And also read about anabolism and catabolism for more, and also the main difference between anabolism and catabolism. So the answer should be A. Question number 51. Which of the following is correct about elephantiasis? It is A. ከሚከተሉት ውስጥ ስለ ኤሌፋንቲያሲስ በሽታ ትክክለኛ የሆነው የትኛው ነው ይላል። A it is a disease caused by parasitic worms that clog lymph vessels. B it is a blockage of blood vessels in circulatory system due to insect bite. C. It is a disease of circulatory system that affects blood forming tissue. D. It is a blockage of lymph vessels due to overgrowth of lymphatic cells. So the answer should be A. It is disease caused by parasitic worm that clog lymph vessels. So elephantiasis is caused by blockage in lymphatic system, resulting in an accumulation of fluid known as lymph in the affected area. And also when looking correct choice, option B, not blood vessels. Option C, not blood forming tissue. Option D, not lymphatic cell growth or overgrowth. So the answer should be A. So we can look on biology grade 10 about elephantiasis. It is a condition that causes a large enlargement of part of the body, usually limbs. External genitals are also another area that is frequently affected. So elephantiasis is caused by blockage in lymphatic system, resulting in accumulation of fluid known as lymph in affected area. So elephantiasis is caused by parasitic worm transmitted by mosquito, Wuchereria bronchifti, Burja Mali, Burja Timori are the three worms that involved in elephantiasis. So the answer should be A. Question number 52. What is the function of pulmonary artery in blood circulation? It is ከሚከተሉት ውስጥ ስለ የፑልሞናሪ አርተሪ ብለድ ሰርኩሌሽን ውስጥ የፑልሞናሪ አርተሪ ስራ የሆነው የትኛው ነው ይላል። A. It take deoxygenated blood from the heart to lung. B. It take oxygenated blood from the heart to rest of the body. C. It transport deoxygenated blood from the body to heart. D. It return oxygenated blood from the lung to heart. So the answer should be A. It take deoxygenated blood from the heart to lung. Means that pulmonary artery carry deoxygenated blood from the heart to the lung. And also looking correct choice, option B, systematic artery carry oxygenated blood. Option C, veins return blood to heart. Option D, pulmonary veins return oxygenated blood to from the lung to heart. So the answer should be A. So we can look on biology grade 10 about pulmonary and systematic circulation. So pulmonary artery carry deoxygenated blood from the heart to the lung, whereas pulmonary vein carry oxygenated blood from the lung to heart. So the answer should be A. Read other artery and vein function. So በቀይ ያሉት በዚህ በኩል ያሉት ኦክሲጅኔትድ ብሌድን ትራንስፖርት የሚያደርጉ ናቸው። ሰማያዊ ደግሞ ዲኦክሲጅኔትድ ብሌድ ትራንስፖርት የሚያደርጉ ናቸው። እዚህ መሃል ላይ ፒንክ ከለር ያለው ቬዝሎች ጋስ ኤክስቼንጅ የሚያደርጉበት ቦታ ነው። So the answer should be A. So pulmonary circulations, pulmonary artery, it is split into the right and the left ventricle artery and blood travels. So read more about also about pulmonary circulations and also systematic circulation. So the answer should be A. And also read about the valves of the heart with their anatomy and also with their name. So the answer should be A. Question number 53. A substrate temporarily unable to bind to its active site on enzyme due to binding of an effector on allosteric site of enzyme. This considered as an enzyme. Substrate temporal ለጊዜው active site ላይ ባንድ ማድረግ ካልቻለ enzyme effector on allosteric site ላይ ባንድ ካደረጉ ይሄ consider የሚደረገው enzyme ስለሆነ ነው ይላል። A. Specificity because effector is not attached to active site. B. Deformation which lead to enzyme abnormality. C. Regulation because inhibit enzyme reaction. D. Denaturation because enzyme loses its tertiary structure. So the answer should be C. This is considered an enzyme regulation because it inhibits enzyme reactions. Means that effector binds active site, enzyme activity decrease. And also looking correct choice, option A, specificity refers to active site. Option D, deformation is not the correct term. Option D, denaturation destroy tertiary structure, not happening here. So the answer should be C. So when you look on biology grade 11 Allosteric enzymes are enzymes that have additional binding sites for effector molecules other than active sites that cause conformational change. They lead to change in catalytic property. So regulatory enzymes are two types: allosteric and covalent modulated enzymes that will look in here. So allosteric have additional sites that is makes for time being temporarily binding to making enzyme inactive for temporary time, and also genetic and covalent mode that modifications that add or remove some molecules attaching enzyme proteins. So the answer should be C. Question number 54. Which one of the following nutrient is correctly matched with its importance for human? ከሚከተሉት ኒውትሪየንቶች ውስጥ ከጥቅማቸው ጋራ ለሰው ልጅ ያላቸው ጥቅማቸው ጋራ በትክክል የተዛመደው ኒውትሪየንት የትኛው ነው ላል? ኤ ካርቦሃይድሬት skeletal formation, B vitamin facilitate chemical reaction in the cell, C minerals building and repairing the body, C protein provide high stored energy to the body. So the answer should be B vitamin facilitate chemical reaction in the cells. Means that vitamin acts as coenzymes, so they facilitate chemical reaction in the cell. And also the correct choice option A carbohydrate provide energy, not bone and skeletal formation. Option C mineral mainly supports bones, teeth and regulation, while protein build and repairing the body. So building and repairing the body is not function of mineral. Option D proteins are for growth and repair, while fat provide high energy stored molecules. So the answer should be B. So we can look on biology grade 9 summary of major nutrient and their deficiency. Carbohydrates are important for providing energy. Vitamin C and vitamin D are important as coenzymes. So in general proteins are to build cells and growth and also for repair. So the answer should be B. ሌላው ዲፊሸንሲያቸውም በደንብ አንብቡ። ይሄን በጣም ጠቃሚ ነገር ነው። በዚህ በኩል በዲፊሸንሲ የነሱ ጥራት ምን እንደሚያስከትል በሽታ source of their food አንብቡ። So the answer should be B. Question number 55. Which of the following is correct regarding meiotic cell division? ከሚከተሉት ውስጥ ስለ meiotic cell division ትክክለኛ የሆነው የትኛው ነው ላል? A each chromatid moves to opposite poles during anaphase. B separation of cytoplasmic component during metaphase. C meiotic spindle appear during telophase. D nuclear membrane reappears during prophase. So the answer should be A each chromatid moves to opposite poles during anaphase. Means that sister chromatid separate in anaphase. And also looking correct choice option B cytokinesis occurs after telophase. Option C spindle appears in a prophase, not in during telophase. Option D nuclear membrane reappears in telophase, not prophase. So the answer should be A. So we can look on biology grade 10 and also grade 11. Sister chromatids moves to opposite poles during anaphase. Cytokinesis happen after telophase. So the answer should be A. Question number 56. This item is based on the following table that show reproductive feature of birds and honeybee. Based on the above table or the table, which number describes the correct reproductive feature of birds and honeybee? ይሄ ቴብል ላይ የተሰጠው የሪፕሮዳክቲቭ ፊቸር ኦፍ በርድስ እና ሃኒቢ ተሰጥቷል። ስለ እነሱ ትክክለኛ የሆነው የትኛው ሮማን ነምበር ነው ላል? A 4 and 5, B 1 and 4, C 1 and 3, D 2 and 3. So the answer should be A 4 and 5. means that አንድ ቁጥር ስናይ ላይ አሞቲ ኤግ የምንለው ለበርድስ ነው ስለሚል አይሆንም ማለት ነው። No, Roman number 2 ስናይ practice complete metamorphosis የሚካሄደው ወፎች ናቸው፣ ሃኒቢ አይደለም ይላል። ይሄ ትክክል አይደለም ማለት ነው። complete metamorphosis ሃኒቢ ስለማያካሂድ ማለት ነው፣ በርድስ አያካሂዱም። ስለዚህ ትክክል አይደለም ማለት ነው። ሮማን ነምበር 3 ኒፍ ስቴጅ ሃኒቢ ውስጥም የለም በርድስ የላቸው ስለዚህ ይሄም ትክክል አይደለም ማለት ነው ኢንተርናል ፈርቲላይዜሽን ለሁለቱም ትክክል ነው yes ነው lay egg and hatch it ለሁለቱም ትክክል ነው yes ነው so the answer should be A so birds and honeybee reproductive feature correct ነው number 4 na 5 no means number 4 both undergo internal fertilization on number 5 both lay egg and hatch it so the answer should be A other option B C D include Roman number 1 2 and 3 which numbers that incorrectly describe the reproductive feature of birds and honeybee so the answer should be A so we can look on biology grade 11 during honeybee undergo complete metamorphosis and also internal fertilization and also will look reproductive in birds they also undergo internal fertilization and also they hatch their eggs so the answer should be A question number 57 this item is based on the following list of events during hearing ይህ 57ኛ ጥያቄ ኢቨንት ነገሮችን ስንሰማ ስቴፑ አንድ የሰው ልጅ ጆሮ የሚሰማበት ስቴፕ ላይ የሚያተኩር ነው ጥያቄው Roman number 1 amplification of sound waves by eardrum Roman number 2 transmission of sound waves to the ossicles Roman number 3 reception of sound waves by pinna Roman number 4 transmission of sound waves into the inner canal Roman number 5 direction of sound moves from pinna to the ear canal Roman number 6 transmission of nerve impulse to the brain and hearing which alternative contains the correct sequence of event during hearing ስለዚህ ከመከተሉት ምርጫ ውስጥ የምንሰማበት ቅደም ተከተል ሲኩዌንሱ ትክክለኛ የሆነው የትኛው ምርጫ ላይ ቅደም ተከተል ያዘው የትኛው ኦፕሽን ነው ይላል A 3 2 1 4 5 6 B 3 5 2 1 4 6 C 3 5 1 2 4 6 D 3 2 4 1 5 6 so the answer should be C the first one is pinna which is represented by Roman number 3 then it collects sound and passes to the ear canal through ear canal it passes to eardrum so then then ossicles then ear canal inner ear then auditory nerve then hearing so the answer should be C the other option A B D are incorrect sequence of events during hearing so the answer should be C so we can look on biology grade 12 first pinna collects sound waves and directs to the eardrum through ear canals then from the eardrum then when it vibrates the sound passes to the ear ossicles then oval window then amplified then steps then when steps vibrate it causes vibration fluid causes hair like sensory cells to move then this movement of hair causes nerve impulse in the effector nerves then the impulse passes to the brain for interpretation so the answer should be C and also read the structure of human ear pinna ይትገኛል then ear canal eardrum then ossicles ear ossicles የምንላቸው ሶስቱ ስቴፕ ኢንካስ ሜስልስ ያንዳንዱ ማወቅ አለባችሁ ear window oval window round window semicircular canals cochlea which is partly uncoiled auditory nerve እና ያንዳንዱ ነኝን በቅደም ተከተል ማወቅ አለባችሁ የት እንደሚገኙ ማለት ነው so the answer should be C question number 58 a scientist prepared a permanent slide of onion epidermal cells and stained it upon careful observation under compound microscope he identified dividing cells with their sister chromatid pulled to opposite poles of equator what could be concluded from this observation the cells are in the and scientist permanent የሆነ slide on an epidermal cell ካዘጋጀ በኋላ ስቴንድ ሲያደርግ upon careful ቀስ ብሎ carefully observe የሚያደርግበት ጊዜ compound microscope ስር ማለት ነው identify ያደረገው sister chromatid ወደ opposite pole የሚሄዱበት ካየው move የሚያደርጉበት ካየው ከዚሁ experiment observation ከዚህ መልከታው conclude የሚያደርገው ምንድነው ይላል the cell are in the A anaphase 2 stage of meiosis 2 B G2 phase of meiotic cell cycle C telophase 1 stage of meiosis 1 D process of cytoplasmic division. So the answer should be A. The cell are in anaphase 2 stage of meiosis 2 means that sister chromatid pulled to opposite poles in anaphase 2. And also looking correct choice option B. G2 phase is no chromosome separation happens, the cell is not dividing yet. C telophase 1 have homologous chromosomes separate in meiosis 1 not sister chromatid. Option D cytoplasmic division or cytokinesis is occur after chromatid have been already separated. So the answer should be A. So we can look on biology grade 10 and also biology grade 11 sister chromatid that move to opposite pole is at anaphase 2 of meiosis 2. So the answer should be A. Question number 59 identify the option that contain only pollinating agent ከመከታተሉት ውስጥ pollinating agent የሆኑ ብቻ የያዘው ምርጫ ምረጡ ይላል A mammals water and sunlight B wind insect and birds C fire reptile and mammals D birds fire and water. So the answer should be B wind insect and birds are the only pollinating agent means that pollinating agent are organisms or environmental force that transfer pollen from anther to stigma. The only option that contains real pollinators is option B, that is wind is abiotic pollinators, insect is major biotic pollinators, birds is also biotic pollinators, example hominin birds, sunbirds. And also looking correct choice option A mammals water and sunlight. Mammals are rarely pollinators, water and also sunlight is not pollinators. Option C fire reptile mammals, fire is not pollinator when reptile and mammals are rarely pollinated. Option D birds fire and water, fire is not pollinating agent whereas water and birds can pollinating agent. So the answer should be B. So we can look on biology grade 10 pollinating agents such as insects and birds are the pollinating agent. So the answer should be B. Question number 60 identify the correct statement about process of link reaction 8 ከሚከተሉት አረፍተ ነገሮች ውስጥ ስለ link reaction ትክክለኛ የሆነው የትኛው ነው ላል it A produce ATP through process of oxidative phosphorylation B it converts oxaloacetate into citrate in the presence of oxygen C it involves decarboxylation of pyruvate to produce acetyl coenzyme A D it uses both NADH and FADH2 to generate ATP molecules. So the answer should be C it involves decarboxylation of pyruvate to produce acetyl coenzyme A. Means that pyruvate oxidation involves decarboxylations, oxidation of hydroxyl group and the formation of acetyl coenzyme A. So pyruvate it is produce acetyl coenzyme A plus carbon dioxide and NADH. And also looking correct choice option A oxidative phosphorylation happen in electron transport chain not in link reaction. Option B oxaloacetate plus acetyl coenzyme A forming citrate is occur in Krebs cycle not in link reaction. Option D NADH and FADH2 generate ATP in electron transport chain not in link reaction. So the answer should be C. So pyruvate oxidation or link reaction የምንለው in order to oxidize to pyruvate which is a product of glycolysis it enters the next pathway which undergoes several changes to become acetyl coenzyme A. On the first step a carboxyl group is removed from pyruvate through decarboxylation. On step 2 The hydroxyl group, the hydroxyl group is oxidized to an acetyl group, and the electrons are picked up by NADP plus, forming NADH. So on step 3, the enzyme bound acetyl group is transferred to coenzyme A. So the answer should be C. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget like, subscribe, share, comment Aliyi Science YouTube channel. ይህንን ቪዲዮ ስላዳመጣችሁ እጅግ አድርገን ነው የማመሰግናችሁ። ማርሳት የሌለባችሁ ነገር ግን ምንድነው ይህንን ቪዲዮ ላይክ ያላደረጋችሁ አሁኑኑ ላይክ በማድረግ እንደዛውም Aliyi Science YouTube channel ሰብስክራይብ ያላደረጋችሁ አሁኑኑ ሰብስክራይብ በማድረግ Aliyi Science YouTube channel ቤተሰብ አሁኑኑ እንዳትረሱ። ቀጣይ ሌላ ቪዲዮ ቱቶሪያል ፓርት 4 ከ61 እስከ 80 ያሉትን ጥያቄዎች ይዤ እስክመጣ ድረስ መልካም ጊዜ ይሁንላችሁ። ታንክ ዩ ዌልካም ባክ አገን